What's up, guys? It's Kush Completionist. We're back with our yearly top 15 games of the year, and this year it's 2024. For one more day as the posting of this video, Happy New Year to all of you. As many of you will know, we do games from any year as long as it was a first playthrough. It counts, so it'll be backlog and new games. We do have some new games in here. Spoiler, the top 3 games that I have on this list all came out this year, and some other new releases are sprinkled out, as well as games that I just missed out on and I finally got to playing this year. I want to shout out 3 honorable mentions. One game that came out this year, Balatro, didn't quite make my top 15. I liked it, didn't like it as much as other people did. And then 2 other games that just missed out is going to be KO the Kangaroo, the little remake on PlayStation, really fun game. A great platformer, and then also another platformer remake is Klonoa, especially Door to Fountainville. I played the Reverie series on PlayStation. Really liked the Klonoa games; those are a lot of fun. Balatro is also a lot of fun, just not as fun as some other people think. But let's get into the list. Number 15 coming up right now. Number 15, I got Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, a really fun game, the prototypical game of a game that knows what it is, doesn't take itself too seriously. This game is dumb fun. I think the comedic tone of this game is really funny. I found this game very funny, kind of mindless, dumb fun. The combat's I like the combat. It was arcadey, game was easy. I played it on normal and I got through it in a breeze. But it's got that kind of hack and slash, very arcadey, lots of points, lots of cut scenes while you're cutting people up and stuff like that. Kind of like a Metal Gear Solid Rising or you know, like a Dynasty Warriors type of thing. I thought it was a really fun game. Boss fights were fun, as you can see in the background here. But yeah, a lot of fun, really fun game. Mindless, dumb fun, very funny. Number 15, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. For 14, I got Resident Evil 5. I don't get the hate with Resident Evil 5. If you like Resident Evil 4, this is pretty much Resident Evil 4 with co-op. A lot of fun, especially co-op. I played it with my boy Snoop from Australia. We had a blast playing through it. Does get tough at times. Does maybe get a little confusing at times. A little sloppy here and there. But I think it's a lot of fun. I think the game knows what it is. I think it's funny. It's classic Resident Evil to me. Like Resident Evil kind of always had this like sense of corniness to it. That's kind of the charm of Resident Evil. And maybe they embellished too much in this one and it turns people off. But it's a lot of fun. Maybe, yes, it's not a game that you're gonna play in the dark and get scared by jump scares or anything. Have some fun, play with a friend. Resident Evil 5, my 14th game of the year. At number 13, I got a game that did come out this year, Still Wakes the Deep. I'm not big into the first-person horror genre. I like Outlast. Have kind of bounced on the others. Didn't like the one Martha game. I can't remember what the Martha is Dead. Didn't like Madison. I played the demo of Madison. Wasn't liking it, but Still Wakes the Deep is a really good game with a really cool story that's very engaging. It's very kind of easy. You're just walking around doing basic things, very basic puzzles, but it's a very fun a horror game set on the rig. I think the settings what did it for me is like you just don't see games that take place on an oil rig, and it's like very detailed. It's good. All the characters that you meet in the beginning, all the friends that you have, really kind of shape the story and the horror that's gonna come from the future. And the game does a really good job at that. So I really like this game. Had a blast playing it. It is it's scary, but it doesn't do, you know, I know some people don't like the cheap jump scares here and there, but I think this game has like good tonal scariness of when you're walking through maybe a flooded part of the rig and you can hear something scream and you just have that there's that tension that you're always dealing with, and that's a lot of fun if you're into that type of stuff. But yeah, number 13, Still Wakes the motherfucking Deep. At number 12, another game that came out this year is Indic, kind of a low-key game about a nun that doesn't really get along with her fellow nuns, so they send her off on a mission to deliver a letter. And it's kind of just a crazy game about that's very heavy on some major themes like religion and faith and all that stuff. So be prepared for that type of story, and it's going to dive deep in those things. But again, it kind of has a weird, dark, comedic tone where there's a lot of fantastical things that could have a lot of weird scenes. If you like weird stuff that does deal with some major themes like that, Indic is going to be right for alley. I do like stuff like that. The gameplay is kind of very basic. Again, nothing much, basic puzzles, but the genres do twist. Sometimes you're like playing like a Frogger game in this, and then sometimes you're playing some games with like RTS strategies and stuff like that. But it's all very basic, very good. And what where this game shines is like the cinematography, like the cutscenes that are shot. If this game was if this game was like a movie, it'd be like it's like a very Oscar baity type movie for like the directing in this game. It's very great. The shots are like wide pan from very unique angles. I love the cutscenes and the direction of the cutscenes. That's where this game shines. The story can be hit or miss. You know, stuff can go over your head. Maybe a game that you're gonna probably have to play twice to really grasp what they're telling you and all the details of it. I've only played it once, so I can't dive too much into it. I just know about the things they do hit on and what they're trying to tell in my interpretation of it. And that was good enough for me to land on the number 12 spot of the Game of the Year list for the Cushion Completionist. Number 12, Indica. At number 11, I got Topspin 2K25. I thought it was a fantastic year for sports games. You're going to see that coming up with another game that's a lot higher on this list. But Topspin 2K25 was a really good game. I dived about 40 to 60 hours into it. Really liked it. It's got the good thing about it's got all the licenses. It's got all 4 Grand Slams. The career mode's kind of what you want it to be. I think it's got enough features and upgrades to make it fun like a normal tennis. Tennis games do have that grind. I said it in the trophy breakdown when I said it. They're going to have that grind. So if you like it, the online is fun enough. I didn't play as much online as much as another game we're going to be talking about sooner, but I really liked it. I did fall off a little bit. I was like, I didn't go for the platinum, and I got the platinum again. Another game we're going to talk about further. I'm not spoiling what game that is. But yeah, really good game. Topspin 2K25, number 11. All right, into the top 10 now. Landing at number 10 is Shadow of the Colossus. Yes, I've never played Shadow of the Colossus before this year. Played the Blue Point remake on PS4. Had a lot of fun time with it. As a person I usually don't like puzzle games, and this is a great way for people to play. Like, you're playing puzzle games. You have to solve 16 puzzles, but they do it in a really fun way. The platforming is really good. The game holds up quite well. There is going to be some clunkiness and jank to it in the camera, but it takes getting used to. But once you're in a rhythm with this game, it's a lot of fun, and the story's good. And again, this is also another game where the directing, just like kind of like Indica, the directing of this game shines, and it's beautifully artistic in many ways. And yeah, number 10, Shadow of the Colossus. At number 9, I got Final Fantasy 1. Yes, the O motherfucking G. I am very OCD with my games. I've always wanted to play a Final Fantasy game, but I need to play the game from the start. Even though the games are unrelated to the story, I do know that, but still, I need to see the evolution of a game. Even though I just try it for a bit and I'll hop off into it, and I know the sequels are better, then I'll do with that. But Final Fantasy hooked me from the start. I thought it was very good. Again, this is, if you watched the video last year, you know, Sea of Stars was my first ever JRPG. So I wanted to play more of those type of games, so I had to hop in. I thought Final Fantasy 1 was the logical choice in that. So yeah, played it a lot. I think the Pixel Remasters is how I played it on a PS4. And I thought the way you can do like the times 4 XP and times 4 gil to make it a lot easier. It's still gonna be like it's still a 12-hour game for me, so I put a good amount of time into it, but it makes it a lot easier. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and the game had soul. It had it had story. You know, I thought the game's the world design, and I thought everything flowed well. I was expecting the game for how old this game is, for a game that came out in like the late 80s, I believe. It was really well designed and well paced. Like, yeah, I don't think the remaster changed that. Maybe because I was but even like just the way you did things and the events that take place during this, it does have a type of cinematic charm to it in a very early on that I really appreciated. Number 9, Final Fantasy 1. I got Vampire Survivors. Cheating a little bit because I did play this game on PC and on Switch years prior. But I thought the PS5 versions, when I really played it from start to finish, saw actually credits and got all of it, and have pretty much almost gotten the Platinum Trophy, still working on it. But have beaten the game and all that, had a lot of fun time with it. But yeah, number 8, Vampire Survivors, kind of speaks for itself. I like the genre a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. Well directed as well, like really cool Easter eggs and stuff like that, hidden secrets and shit, and not too hard, a lot of fun. Number 8, Vampire Survivors. At number 7, I got 2 Point Campus. If you know me, I love Sim Tycoons. And Sega does this game so well. It's wacky in the same ways, but it has really good Sim Tycoon features of taking care of your students, building things from the top down. Gives you great objectives. The career mode's a blast. You know, it's got the funny, quirky stuff. It does it really well. This is my first 2 Point game, and now I'm hooked on the 2 Point series. I'm gonna go back and play 2 Point Hospital. I'm really looking forward to 2 Point Museum. Love 2 Point. Love Sega. They deserve a lot of credit for this game. This game didn't come out, but it came out a couple years ago. But platinumed it this year, had a lot of fun with it, and it deserves a very high spot on my list. So it's coming in at number 7, 2 Point Camp House. 6, I got Undertale. Played Undertale for the first time ever this year, and was blown away by the story. How it gives you twists and turns. Very kind of reminds me of Inscription. Respect to the developer. I think it's created by like one team. Super fun, and when it ends like how it ends with like the dong, it's got very good like music tied into it. Very intense at times, very funny at times. You know, ups and downs. A great roller coaster of a narrative. The gameplay's fun, and it varies from player to player. There are people who can play this completely differently. It's a lot of fun. Number 6, Undertale. Number 5, I got Horizon Forbidden Motherfucking West. Yes, I've played Horizon Forbidden West this year for the first time. Fucking love this game. I played the first game. I like Horizon Zero Dawn a lot. I like Horizon Forbidden West a lot more, man. I love this game. The world is great. I love the side quests. This game is, I really like an open world where it's like, the side quests, you should be like, you feel like you're actually impacting the world. Everything you're doing is mattering. It's kind of like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, what did so well with like the renovating the shops and stuff, and you felt Rome improving as you were going out through the story. I think this game does a very similar type of way, in its own completely unique way. But I just feel like all the side quests matter. I was always looking for side quests. I was going back to the beginning of where you start the game. I was like, do you still need help? Does anybody need to take let's go take a drink? I just love the characters. Everything felt very good. Yes, it's kind of has that like dialogue where you choose this, choose that. It does feel that by time, but I feel like it just had charm. I like the characters. Love the writing. Love the story. The gameplay gets hooked. It does look fantastic. It's always going to be a selling point with Horizon. Number 5, Horizon Forbidden West. At number 4, I got Hogwarts motherfucking Legacy. A lot of fun. Some of the best combat I've played since Sifu, since Arkham Asylum. This combat is tip-top. Shooting the wands at people feels great. The adaptive triggers, the haptic feedback to this game. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun, the combat. Didn't like the puzzles as much, which is why it probably doesn't fall at 1, because this game did have, games from here on out all have number 1 potential. But love Hogwarts Legacy. Love the story too. It's, if you like Harry Potter, I think it's a good Harry Potter story. Loved it. Had a lot of fun. Love flying around. Love the combat in this game. Love doing the spells, man. Just a blast. Do it all day. I did all the quests, did all the Merlin trials. I'm not doing the rest. Too many collectibles is probably another negative of the game. So I'm not getting the platinum right now. Gotta take a break after getting the Merlin trials and the quests. I've already put in a good 60-70 hours with it. I'm done with you. Number 4, Hogwarts Legacy. Number 3 coming up next. Number 3, I got Helldivers 2. My goodness, I love Helldivers 2. Best multiplayer game since like OG Fortnite came out. Like, just great vibes of meeting new people, working together to solve. I think this game like has like community teamwork. Just like you have to have it, and it's great vibes always. I met a lot of cool people playing this game. Had a ton of fun. I wish they would put out DLC trophies. It's like one of the big mysteries of my life will be why did Helldivers 2 not excuse me, why did Helldivers 2 not drop DLC trophies? It's killing me. Those coughs were from not being able to have some Helldivers 2 trophies. I'm dying. I love Helldivers 2, and that's why it's my number 3 game of the year. Number 2, I got EA College Football 25. You know me. I'm a big college football guy. It's a big part of my life. Love Florida State. Go Noles. We went 2-10 this fucking year. We'll be back next year. Don't talk shit in the comments. But Love this game. This game played great. Had a lot of fun with it. Got the platinum quickie dicky. Got everything I want. I think it entitles college football great. The games feel fun. It's got the atmosphere, which is what you want in a college football game. It's got the fun play calls, all that type of stuff. Everything I want in a football game. Don't have too many complaints about. I guess the dynasty and recruiting could be a little bit better, more fleshed out, but it's still fun. That could always improve. Number 2, EA College Football 25. What's going to be number 1? Game of the year. It's got to be my man, my boy, Astrobot. Love this game. You've heard it all. It's actually the first time I think me and the Game Awards have agreed on a game in a long time. But yeah, love this game. A lot of fun. I'm not a platforming guy, but this is a lot of fun. Even the harder. There's like 3 hard levels in this game. Maybe that's your one complaint. You wish it was a little bit hard. Maybe it's too easy. But I think this game is a prime example of you can make a game fun and not have it be hard. It's like, easy can be fun sometimes. And it still feels great. Of course, all the PlayStation nostalgia. I don't think it dives onto that too much. I think Astro has his own charm represented. I think he's his own person. I think he stands on his own ground and his own merit. And he's a mascot that somebody can rely on without some nostalgia behind it. But it's always going to be a part of that because they have that history. But number 1, my game of the year, Astrobot. See you guys later. Like and subscribe for more. What's going to be the games of the year? 2025. I'm high. See you later.